What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's exports grew at a slowest pace for more than 2 years in August and well below many economists' forecasts. Exports grew just 2% in August compared to the same period last year, and exports to China, Taiwan's largest trading partner, fell 9.9% on the same period last year as COVID-0 lockdowns and heat wave-induced power outages continue to bite. Exports are a central driver of Taiwan's economic growth, and the slower statistics come as high global inflation continues to depress demand. Taiwan's state-owned power company Taipower is building 2 substations in downtown Taipei that it hopes will resolve electricity supply bottlenecks. As Louis Watt reports, a series of power outages has raised concerns about the stability of the national grid.
The deepest point is 55 meters underground, and it's about 5 meters across. It's taken Taiwan's state-owned energy company 10 years to build this tunnel, linking up 2 Taipei districts with underground power lines. Taipower says it was as difficult as building the Taipei metro.
是我们要告诉台北市民说，前盾的工作最难的我们已经做，我们希望能够在最短的时间内提供东区门户充足的供电。
Taipower says once finished, the Da'an substation will provide a stable power supply for 4 districts in eastern Taipei. It's the only ultra-high voltage substation in the capital's downtown area, and is expected to become operational in 2025. Taipower wants to build another one, Songhu, in the city's northeastern Nehu district, but those plans have been on hold for 20 years because of opposition from locals who say they don't want a substation in their backyard.
那送户变电站目前正在审查程序当中，就是之前有稍微停滞的审查，现在已经都开始在进行。我们要告诉社会大众说，我们未来我们的变电站长得就像现在这样子的样子，它在监测上面。 各位关心的电磁波问题不会比背景值高。
Concerns have been mounting about the stability of Taiwan's electricity grid. In early March, more than 5 million households lost power. Taipower blames the blackout on human error and equipment issues. Energy companies are also under pressure due to a global rise in energy prices. They're also swallowing big losses by keeping consumer prices low to help limit the impact of inflation. In June, the government raised electricity prices by 8% on average. Industry was hardest hit, households were spared. But that could change this month. Prices are up for review once again. Any increase will put the issue of Taiwan's power supply back in the spotlight. James Rayner and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Epidemic Response Task Force expects to see a fresh surge in COVID-19 cases after the Mid-Autumn Festival long weekend, which starts on Friday.
20几号的时候，预计会到达高峰，在3万到6万之间。
The country recorded 35,000 new infections on Thursday, and that's a dip from Wednesday's 41,000, which was the highest number in over 2 months. The wave of new infections is being driven by the BA.5 subvariant. The leader of Taiwan's largest opposition party, the Kuomintang, or KMT, appeared flustered when he was questioned about the party's low popularity in an interview with German media outlet Deutsche Welle. As Rick Lauer reports, it comes as the party is dealing with an identity crisis ahead of local elections in November.
An abrupt end to an awkward interview between German media Deutsche Welle and Eric Zhu, the leader of Taiwan's main opposition party, the Kuomintang, or KMT.
Our party will win the election.
The local elections, are you referring to?
Thank you so very much, Richard. And thank you for your interview. And it's timing up. It's up.
Behind the apparent walkout, a question on the KMT's low popularity ahead of local elections in November. But the KMT denies this was the problem.
当时确实是因为时间已经到了，因此就结束访问，并没有所谓强制结束的问题。也请外界不要看了剪接的影片就以讹传讹。
One respected poll shows support for the KMT at about 14%. This from a party that held the presidency just 6 years ago. The KMT's image as a pro-China party at a time when Beijing has upped its threats to take Taiwan by force and continues to repress the country's presence on the international stage is seen by many as the reason behind its poor polling. But the KMT argues that maintaining friendlier ties with China is in Taiwan's best interests.
The differences between two sides, then you can do nothing. But if you pursue the common, just like whatever we did when KMT was in power, we can make contact to each other, we can sign those agreements between Beijing and Taipei.
It runs counter to the ruling party, the Democratic Progressive Party, or the DPP, which favours formal independence from China, although current President Tsai Ing-wen stresses her government is maintaining the status quo. The DPP was quick to capitalise on Zhu's reaction.
朱主席不仅是答非所问，文不对题，最后更是恼羞成怒，更小灯熊题，自己 Q 停。
Zhu says that the upcoming local elections are the only polls that really matter, and that the KMT will be victorious. But that will be up to Taiwan's voters. Chris Ma and Rick Lowett for TaiwanPlus.
Another delegation of U.S. lawmakers has arrived in Taiwan for a previously unannounced visit. The group of 8 is led by Stephanie Murphy, a Democratic congresswoman from Florida who sits on the House Armed Services Committee. The delegation will meet with senior Taiwanese officials to discuss bilateral ties, regional security, trade, and investment. It is the 6th U.S. delegation to arrive since China launched large-scale military drills around Taiwan in early August. The group met with President Tsai Ing-wen on Thursday morning, where Murphy called on Congress to do more to support Taiwan. The Chinese government office that oversees relations with Taiwan has thanked Taiwan for its concern following the Sichuan earthquake earlier this week. China's Taiwan Affairs Office also thanked Taiwanese businesses for donations to earthquake relief efforts, but did not mention the name of Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen. The day after the tremor struck, Tsai expressed condolences to the victims and their families. Rescue workers were also on standby if China requested help. 82 people are now known to have died in the magnitude 6.8 quake, which struck Luding County in China's southwestern Sichuan province on Monday afternoon. Another 35 people are still missing, according to Chinese state media. The quake was the strongest to hit the province since 2017. Taiwan's Coast Guard has seized the Chinese vessel in the country's territorial waters. The supply ship was spotted off Penghu to the west of Taiwan proper. Coast Guard officers boarded the ship after it refused to stop for inspection. The vessel was found to be carrying 30 tons of fuel. The ship was confiscated and 6 crew members have been taken into custody. Team Taiwan has put off a historic win at the youth basketball tournament in India. The Taiwan squad beat their Chinese opponents 74-61 at the International Basketball Federation's U18 Women's Asian Championship. It was the first time Taiwan's team had beaten China at the tournament in 2 decades. The squad went on to defeat Indonesia, earning a chance to qualify for the semifinals. With the traditional Mid-Autumn Festival almost here, a very special rabbit has appeared at the train station in Yilan on Taiwan's eastern coast. The massive inflatable rabbit outside the city's Dongshan station is hugging a moon. It is a reference to the tale of the Jade Rabbit, a classic Mid-Autumn Festival folk story. People young and old have been visiting the rabbit to get a picture ahead of the festival, which will take place on Saturday. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of the Buenos Aires World Tango Competition. More than 1,500 artists from 25 countries will participate in the event. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.